the show has been again 200 episodes. So how do you view the
show?
property?
Which show? KYY.
Yeah.
Yaariyan.
Yeah. How do you view the property?
How do I see the property?
G.
I am very proud of Yaariyan.
Okay.
I think it's really well written.
Okay.
With very compelling characters who really reflect what our people today are thinking about working on. And I think we deal with real issues for our youth. So I think it feels very relevant, and that's why the audience has responded so well.
चैनल के तरफ से brief क्या मिला था जब ये when show went on floor? What was the brief from the channel?
To have a young, happy, and forward-looking show.
Yeah. And when the show went on air, did you expect it to do so well, or what are your initial expectations? It's gone on very well.
To be honest, it has definitely exceeded our expectations.
Okay.
It was always seen as it would be a forward-looking show, a show that looks at the youth as they are today, but always be fun. And we expected it to do well, but to become and maintain its status as the top show, that of course is something, you hope for. But it's always good news when it actually happens.
Yeah. So, audience की तरफ से feedback क्या मिल रही है आपको?
Social media on this show has been extremely positive.
Okay.
Last week जो हमने special 1-hour episode करी थी, इस पे we were for a couple of days, I believe, trending as number 1 on Twitter. Okay. For that handle. I think the response has been extremely positive for our characters and actors. So that's another thing. Yeah.
And when you penciled the gay character, were you a bit worried that such sections might get offended, and how did you work on that character?
We've always looked at that character as someone who is, normal, I should say. We did not want to project a caricature of somebody who's gay, because in fact that's not the reality.
Absolutely.
So we made the character very real. He has real strengths, weaknesses, and he's also gay. That's the way we looked at it. And honestly, we've had absolutely no negative feedback. In fact, the kind of feedback we've been getting is very much around the story, not the fact that he's gay.
And plus, basically, you TG के बारे क्या कहेंगी आप? What's the funda about them?
Actually, ये show, while doing this show ना, मुझे हमारी youth में ज़्यादा confidence आ गई, because what I've seen is the more we talk openly about real things that face them, they are really appreciating it, whether it's the way we've handled the gay subject or the slut walk that we did last week, where we talked about, a woman's right to dress the way she would like to dress. Our audience is always seeming to say that, we are ahead of how we are being portrayed. Okay. And they are appreciating that we are portraying in this show portraying them. Matlab ki generally the way we are portraying the youth, they're saying is not true. We are ahead. We are open, we think boldly, and we are strong. And because we are, I think, projecting them in many ways like that, they are really responding and respecting that.
The entire casting of all the characters.
I would say I'll give all the credit to the casting, to our creative director on the show, which is Richa Yamini. She has particularly, I think, chosen characters who are very real, vulnerable, and the chemistry also has really worked. Yeah, so all credit to her for that.
Feel like, पर means like जो हम अपनी youth TG की बात करें, वो stickiness उसमें है. Like we have all worried that whether youth audience is sticky enough. How do you feel about that?
Which audience is sticky enough? For a TV producer, no audience is sticky enough unless they're watching their shows. I think eventually it comes down to the content. Yes, I would say actually that the youth is less patient. That they have more choices, that they have more devices on which to make their choices. So you have to take that into account.
And for a youth show banane mein, like, what are the biggest challenges you have to make a youth show compared to a normal GEC?
Definitely on a production level, budgets.
Uh,
But on a audience level, I would say I think you need more energy.
Okay.
You need faster pace.
Mhm.
Definitely faster pace.
Mhm.
And matlab eventually it's you have to find characters that are identifiable. So the kind of characters that a GC audience will identify with versus a youth audience will identify with are different. And it comes down to that character development on the show itself.
And coming to JDJ, what were the biggest take-homes you got from last season you want to implement in the coming season?
In Jhalak last season, actually I should let you know that we're doing Jhalak Kannada now.
Okay.
It's on air right now. It's called Dancing Star.
Okay.
Not Jhalak itself.
Okay.
And it is doing extremely well for the Kannada audience.
Okay.
Yeah. But for Jhalak, it's, I think we're looking at certain new innovations in the structure. But broadly, actually, to be honest, we are just starting to work on it now. So we will start doing our postmortem on last year and looking forward in the next few weeks or month or so,
yeah. And coming to Parth, is he still there? Because the buzz is that he is moving to the Sony show.
He is still there.
He's still there. Okay.
He is. Until he tells me that he is not on the show, he's on the show. He's very much on the show.
And means from a production house perspective, how do you see Bar coming up?
What do you mean?
For me, the biggest fear is that once Bar kicks in, the entire audience measurement might go more rural. So means will shows go more the entire Saas Bahu kind of funda?
For Bar?
Ji.
I honestly have not been following the BARC discussion much. I have always followed a combination of research and instinct. I feel, that yes, we do follow ratings, but we also have to follow our own instinct and experience. So, मुझे लग रहा है कि अगर you are applying your own instinct, experience and listening to the audience, then it should be the same thing. I don't think there should be a huge move. I think the areas where you will see a change are probably more in the niche genres. So I think GC, youth, these will stay more or less similar as a genre. Now within that, which channel does what, wo mujhe pata nahi.
Any other fiction formats from your side in the coming quarters?
We are working on a couple shows, but let the contract close and I'll tell you.
See, according to you, is market mature enough for international formats after 24?
We are making international formats. I think it's all the change that we've been discussing. I think a lot of it is coming in, but it doesn't come overnight. It will come slowly.
Bindas show doing for you?
Which Bindas show?
Yeh
Yaariyan. That's actually on a break.
Okay.
It's on a break. The series as such is on break. So let's see. We are pitching some more things to them. Let's see.
How do you see the property till now? In both the seasons. How do you see that property till now? What has it got you some positives? How do you see that property?
I think it's a very long-lasting property. I think it has much more content to offer the audience. I think it's a good idea actually for Disney to give it a break, to allow it some time to refresh. And let's hope it comes back.
Okay, cool, yeah. Thanks a lot. Yeah. Thank you very much. Bye.
Bye.